Hello, I am Bentham and welcome back to Rodina, where we are currently on the planet of Perun, and we're heading towards this random debris field here that we cannot at all see because the sun has set. Just finished dealing with some missile launching weird starship things, because like in this particular context I meant starship in terms of like a ship shaped like a star, but I guess it is also a starship in the conventional sense anyway. But here we are. I think. It's hard to tell. Distances are very difficult to work out on this particular planet. Go down to docking speed, or combat speed first, and then docking speed. We're still 6 kilometers away, actually. So yeah, very deceptive distances here. But we'll eventually get down there and actually have a look at what we can find. Down to docking speed as we get to 1 kilometer away. And then we'll just steadily slow down and try and work out which way is actually properly up. And plonk, plonk. Slightly, a little bit of a bounce, but it's fine. I think I just saw some smoke come up through the ship there. A little bit worrying. This is supposed to be airtight, on account of the fact that it is a spaceship. Or indeed a non-star starship. Out the airlock we go. Lights on. Big ship over there, though I think those particular ones stick in orbit from what I've seen so far. Oh, and that one, yeah, that one's also in orbit, so that's fine. I was going to say, oh, there's a one right above us that's going to come down and kill us, but I think it'll stay where it is. I don't see anything else of concern around. There was something near here before, but I guess it's just left. In Defense of the Same, part 1 of 4. That's part of there's a part of the backstory of how before, like, the liminal drive and interstellar travel was, or ring blaster ammo was, invented, the world was all about, like, keeping everything from changing completely. And I can't remember, there was like an annual stay the course meeting or something that was in another particular set of data sticks. Whole load of backstory, not just about the Rodina, but about like the entire world that the Rodina comes from and everything that happened in it. It's like super in depth, and hours of reading. Right, I think there's everything to look at. Can barely see. I mean, this must be murder for you guys right now because I can barely see a thing. And this has to run through YouTube's brightness stuff, and YouTube just doesn't do brightness. It's like, no, we're just going to turn it all down so nobody can see anything. But we're back in the ship now, so we can actually see what we're doing. We'll turn the torch off, though. Although that probably switches it from being easy to see to only mildly difficult to see anything. Alright, we have a new encrypted communication. Ooh, lots of stuff here. Well, this is important things, actually. Parsing segment. Archived real-time audio record found. Command, parse headers, speaker ID, location, parsing headers, voice, so on and so forth. SRTS Porthos, internal comms mission auto-record for audit use only. So this is one of the ships that stayed behind, I believe. One of the two. It was the Porthos and the command ship, I think. I got that right. I mean, Valentina's in it, so I guess it is one of the ones that stayed behind. Speaker 1, Valentina's Savitskaya, Commander, Vanguard Navigation Division, age 31, gender female. Speaker 2, Hedy Cartwright. Cartwright, oh gee, it's a... Who would double-barrel those names? You're insane. Cartwright Andronikashvili. Andronikashvili? Something like that. I'm trying. but adding that to the front, that just makes it so much worse. Structural Engineer 3, age 41, gender female. Speaker 3, Tibor, something like that. Yusupov, Planetologist 2. Does that mean, like, secondary position? I'm guessing these are, like you're the third level structural engine. I don't know. Age 23, gender male. Speaker 4, Alicia Deneva. There we go! Alicia is the A. Deneva who has been sending us these encrypted messages, suggesting that she lives to the end of these, and is the one trying to tell us what happened here. Senior Bosonic Specialist V5, I guess. Age 56, gender female. Note, additional vocalizations detected, 3 total. Analysis indicates low-level aspiration consistent with sleep and or coma. Okay. Play audio, yes. Valentina, so that's everything from Athos's black box video signal. Anyone want me to play it again? Silence. Anyone want to say anything? We need to bury them. What happened out there? I mean, everything was working, we drew away the fighter cover, they got through the hull, and then... We need to bury them. They are buried. Figuratively. There's nothing we can do from here. And what happened, Hetty, is we got beaten. We were destroyed. We were euthanized. Do you see how quickly the Xenos moved? No, our comrades were destroyed. We're still here. No, our comrades were destroyed. We are still here. I missed the emphasis. Anyone have something constructive to say? What should we say? What exactly do you expect from us? Ideas, thoughts, a little of that indomitable human spirit, maybe. Ideas for what? We have nothing. No food, enough water for maybe a week, if we're careful. That doesn't matter because we have only 6 days' worth of oxygen split across 7 people. We have a full comm array, nav computers are up and functional, we have some mobility. That's not nothing. Plus whatever cargo survived the Vanguard destruction. It's scattered across the system, but some of it might be usable. We're going to die here. Right here. Yes, thank you, Tibor. Not the idea I was looking for, but at least you're trying. Listen, I handpicked all of you. Held you in reserve. You know why? You're my engineers. Problem solvers. Idea people. So start giving me options. We still have offensive signal hacking capabilities. We can override the systems on one of the Xenoships. Can we override one of the systems on one of the Xenoships? We have the range, but what can we hack? We cannot even decipher the Xeno communications. How would we hack their systems? What about making planetfall? We're close to Girillo? Tibor, you're the planetologist. Is it life-supporting? Die right here. Right here in this box. Sharp cracking sound. Oh. Wait, what? I don't get it. What was the cracking sound? Was it a slap? It was a slap. I see. Yes. Timor, can we survive on Girillo? What? Yes. Sort of. It's breathable. Limited food sources, but if we locate the right area, maybe. It doesn't matter. The Xeno were already down there. They'd track us down and kill us the moment we made landfall. Okay, so we need to resolve the Xeno situation first. Alicia, what can we do about them? How should I know? I do automatons, not Xeno. You see any automatons here? No, but Nav Division kept a few Asimovs in cold storage as spare pilots. That's right in the middle of the section that Vanguard auto-ejected. Maybe one survived? What kind of combat capabilities do they have? Listen, maybe you haven't been keeping up on current events, but we just tried the combat option and it didn't go so well. Yes, fine, our human pilots weren't up to the task, but I've seen automatons in the simulation bay easily beat the fastest human. They're military-grade equipment, so let's militarize one. They don't have combat capabilities. Have you actually talked to one? They can't tie shoes without asking for more data. They need constant direction, no critical thought. Even if we could find one, it wouldn't understand what was going on here. They won't be able to fight. They're just not capable of it. Is that true? No, not entirely true. The protocol makes them think more slowly. Dampens them. Without it, they're vastly more capable. But I cannot remove it. It's permanent? No, what I mean is, I'm not allowed to. It is the first and last thing they teach you, even on Rodina. Respect the protocol, never alter it, and never, ever attempt to remove it. They show us videos of what automatons can do without it, what they've become. The danger. I cannot properly explain it to you without... More dangerous than this? Right here? We're about to become extinct. We check the scans and find one of the spares, then we remove the protocol and give it marching orders. I will not do such a thing. She has a point, sort of. We might not be able to maintain control if we can completely remove the protocol, but what if we just change some of the combat parameters? Give it a little more horsepower in the decision-making areas? I will not do this! You don't understand! You're right, I don't understand. I don't think your husband... What was his name? I don't think he'd understand either. Do you want to save him or not? Do you want to die, right here, in 6 days? Even if I wanted to, I don't know how. The code is protected. Obfuscated. Okay? Who would know how? Alright. So they're coming up with a plan. They killed all the people, so now they're going to try robots. They probably should have tried robots first, to be fair. That feels like it would have made a bit more sense, but okay. At least there are people still alive, or they were at that time. Including Alicia. She's evaded the combat duties by being good at robots, and as it turns out it may come in useful. But we will continue on to our next location. We'll just blast up till we spot one. They weren't that far away, so it shouldn't be too long before we spot one. How are the enemies? There's a couple of the big old orbital ones around, but apart from that, it's surprisingly quiet considering that we're not exactly, like, stealthy with our operations here. Right, we've got a target over there and one over there as well, and I think, does that mean... Yep, there's the one we went to before. Right, I'm going to go to this one here. And we'll try blasting along suborbitally and see how that goes. Well, not even that, actually, it's atmospherically. Suborbital is where you go into space but don't stay there, if I remember my KSP terminology correctly. Yeah, it didn't seem to take too long before to get to one of them. And this time, no aliens to deal with, which is fine by me. I've not been doing too amazingly against them, so not having to deal with them seems perfectly nice. It's maybe further away than I thought. It's really hard to tell if I'm actually approaching it or not. If I go off to the side a bit, then I can start to see if it gets nearer. Maybe? We are going at cruising speed, and I can't go any faster inside the atmosphere. Losing altitude a bit. We'll go up a bit. Then we can just dive down when we approach. I don't know if, like, the speed you can travel increases the higher you go. That's possible. I know that as soon as you leave the atmosphere, it jumps up quite dramatically, and you suddenly find yourself rocketing off into space. Right, nearly up to 100 kilometers, in case it makes a difference. Let's have a look around. Anything dangerous? Oh, there's one ship that's turned up over there. Must be quite a way away, though. It's like we're... I was going to say we're travelling north, but actually we're not. We're travelling east or west. In fact, I wouldn't be able to tell which way is north. It's very hard to tell which way is up in this particular solar system on account of compasses not being a thing. You can sort of use the map for it, but it's all subjective, I guess. It's just ups and downs and left and rights relative to yourself. And I guess polewards and equatorwards or whatever you could use. Looks like we're getting fairly close now. We'll aim for above it, that might make a bit more sense. And then we'll not end up, like, landing a bit short, or whatever. I can't see a thing. Like, you guys are probably at the moment in a similar situation of, like, I don't actually know what he's looking at. I can see a couple of stars and asteroid markers, but that's it. Don't worry, I'm in the same boat. I can't see my ship at all. It's terrible. I should turn up the brightness. I will do that before next episode, or forget. One of those. I can guarantee you that one of those things will happen. Right, looks like we're coming in. Here it is. As we sort of light up the ground a little bit. Drop it down to docking speed. We're 2 kilometers up. Yeah, docking speed is still, like, stupid fast. Like, imagining traveling this, like, rapidly in a car. It's, like... land speed record sort of territory, I feel like. Anyway, we'll just plonk ourselves down. Bit of a skid. All normal. So blast around the side if we can stay upright. Oop, steady. Bounced a bit. And I think it's on the right. Yep. I always end up parking on the same side of the debris fields relative to everything else. Guess it's just habit. Oop, I bumped into a barrel. It's empty though. That one has some blaster ammo. This one is empty. There's another crate there. Also, here we have a data stick in defense of the same part 2. And also, by the way, the way that these work is like each planet has a set of data sticks or encrypted communications. So you won't, like, if you're missing some parts of a story and you want to find them, you just have to go to the same place that you found them before. So the asteroid belt is one, then each individual planet is a different group of them. So if you got one from an asteroid belt, you want to find part 2, you just have to go back to the asteroid belt and you'll probably find it in fairly short order. So we'll get back to the ship, run to the ship, and read the new communication we have. Getting through quite a lot of it today. We're actually most of the way through the story at this point, I think. I think maybe these communications slow down and other stuff speeds up, because, like, we've not seen that many so far from the Rodina, but I think it's because we're sort of going forward more on the on the encrypted stuff, and we could just focus on the Rodina messages and ignore the encrypted communications. We could play the good guy, or maybe not the good guy, the one who just does what Rodina says. I keep switching between Rodina and Rodina. I'm gonna work on it. I still don't even know if it's the right one because I'm still in the same group of recordings as before. But anyway, whoops, wrong one. Let's see what we get. Usual gubbins. Rodina, damn it, Val. Thank you for finally responding. Yes, we watched your failed attack with great interest. Certainly not our finest hour as a species. To answer your questions, I'm sorry to say that no, I don't have any additional support I can provide. And yes, I'm well aware that you'll die in a few days if nothing changes. Here's what I'm going to do. Deep Space Imaging has identified that the Vanguard core was recovered by a Xeno capital ship orbiting Gerillo. I'm going to remotely ignite the Porthos' main thrusters and accelerate you directly into the side of that ship. Remember how I couldn't activate the overrides on your command module as long as you kept your tactical comms down? Remember how you activated your tactical comms during the attack because you opted to lead from the rear? Yeah. I strongly recommended that you start packing... Wait. Oh no, it is recommend. I strongly recommend that you start packing your spare fuel isotopes into a reactionable mass. Something that will detonate on impact. I'm watching your ship's internal video feed, and if I don't see you doing this in the next 20 minutes, I'll start strubbing the pressure in your air ventilation system. The medical texts tell me that if I do it right, it'll cause nausea, convulsions, and subconjunctival hemorrhaging, whatever that is. If I do it wrong, I'll kill you. Oh, it'll kill you. I like you, Val. You were dealt an unwinnable hand and you still tried to play it all the way down. I think there's something noble about that. Wagon Master Stanislav Sitvin. Battle Group Redemption. They're still calling it that. It's one or two ships now. I think it might actually just be one. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, wait. Just wait. This ship won't even dent one of the Xenos, and we don't have enough reactionable mass to get fusion. Just hold on for a minute. This won't get you what you want. No, I don't think I'll hold on. I'm only mildly interested in whether or not it works, because it will absolutely make me feel better. We have another idea. I don't like your ideas. Well, okay, you won't like this one either, but wait anyway. Pull up imaging for coordinate 23.52 by 123.999 by 5.564 relative to Zorica. You should be looking at an asteroid out in the far part of the belt. Fine, 1 second. I see debris, some scorching on the rock. Is that a hull? It's a gunship, mostly intact. Val, I think we've established that our gunships can't do a whole lot against the Xenos. What's your point? No, our pilots can't do much. Now look a quarter mile further up that valley. Zoom in by the ridge. See that glint? Okay, yes, I see it. And? It's one of the backup pilot automatons. It's responding to pings. Val, see... Oh, wait. Oh, I see. Yeah, I believe this is the point where he starts strobing the pressure inside the cabin. That's what this denotes. Val, see? They don't like your idea either. Squeamishness aside, can your tech really pull this off? How did you even get her to agree to it? Make sure you're using a carrot and a stick. For some people, the carrot's not enough. Stan. Attachment 1, forwarded message from N-Block. I did what you asked. Full source code and build scripts for the original version of the protocol, together with my grandmother's original notes. It's not exactly the same as what the Asimovs are running, but it should be enough to show how to decouple most of the interfaces. I can't believe Alicia agreed to this. I've worked with her for years. Why do you even need this? Does it have anything to do with the Vanguard? Did they have a pilot malfunction? The news says everything's been going fine since they entered the system. Sir, please don't do this. I'm a patriot, but this is just wrong. This code has been passed down through my family since before the launch, always with explicit instructions never to use it outside of a controlled lab environment. Even with all of her "it's immoral, they're sentient" guff, my grandfather never actually tried removing it. She wrote the damn thing for a reason, and I think deep down she always knew the protocol was necessary. And Dungu Block, Bosonic Specialist 3. So end attachment 1. Attachment 1 forwarded messages from Matetzel Council. Stanislaus, I will call for your immediate removal if you proceed with this. You think you can get the vote? You think I can't get the votes, but I will. This is beyond the pale even for you. What the hell are you thinking? Our forefathers spent their own blood and sweat building this venture. It was done by humans for humans, and here you are creating a monster and turning it loose, and it will be years before we can arrive and safely destroy the thing. The Zorica Danica system is the providence of humans and humans alone. I will not watch you trade that away for a short-term gain. The Vanguard survivors will be dead in a few days. Nothing we can do about that. We have other options for dealing with the Xeno threat. You must reconsider. Councilman Tetzel. End attachment 1. Why the multiple attachment 1s? I'm confused. In current transmission, Private Rodina, ID unknown, port whatever. Are you there? It's Sigrid. I have another update, and I think it might be good news this time. I've been focusing on finding signals from the life pods, but I think the paranoids in supply might have seeded tracking chips in cargo items as well. Equipment, packing crates, maybe even clothes. If we can find the frequency those chips use, and get close enough to detect them. SRTS Porthos Alicius. Alicius? Alicia. It doesn't matter. Don't say that. Where there is life, there is hope, and all that. Tell that to Pendleton. There is no life here. I cracked the communications between Rodina and the Savitskaya woman. They will force me to do this thing. They will force me to do this thing, but not to rescue Tavi, not to rescue the others. They have an agenda, and this golem I create will dance to their tune. Then give it its own agenda. Everyone is so afraid of what an unlocked automaton could do. Have we ever asked what it wants to do? Maybe it will want to help you. You're a sweet girl, Sigrid, but this is not how the world works. Everything costs, and everyone must be paid. Even this thing. Then find something to pay it with. Alright, that was a long one. I was losing track of what was going on. So, they've found a ship and an automaton that they can unlock, potentially, to give it the power to fight back for them. Interesting. But anyway, that is all we have time for this episode. Next episode we'll do a little bit more hopping here, though. I wouldn't be surprised if we've run out of encrypted communications to pick up from this place now. It might be time to continue on to Morena. In fact, I think that's what we'll do. I think next episode we will go to Morena and have a look at that particular planet. So with that, I shall say goodbye. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.